Hello again, welcome to another sparring drill session. In today's session I'm going to show you how to practice hit and run tactics for sparring. When I say hit and run, it's more like hit and dodge. So you move in for an attack but then you dodge in case the opponent counterattacks quickly. A good way of developing the skills for hit and run tactics is to play a few warm-up games that will teach you the footwork for it. One such game is where you tap the partner's shoulder and they're going to tap you back, but you've got to dodge it when they counterattack. They can't counter until you've tapped their shoulder. They let you tap them and then they try to reach. Now if you're too slow to retreat, they'll catch you easily. So the idea is to move in and out fast, and usually that means pressing with your front foot and changing direction very fast. And it's also worth doing a few fake techniques and move in and out. So here's an example of the game. Another variation is to do a kick as a counterattack. So once I tap the partner's shoulder, they kick and you have to dodge that kick. Although they got longer reach with the kick, it does take longer to do the kick, so you can still get out of range. But sometimes you need to move diagonally across or to the side to dodge it. Okay? So here's an example. You can also make up more complicated variations. For example, you can counterattack the counterattack. So if I tap his shoulder, then he kicks. I dodge the kick, but then I have to counterattack after the dodge. And this is good because you have to learn how to dodge just enough to miss the kick, but be close enough to counterattack fast. If you dodge too far, you've got too much work to do. So you learn how to distance yourself properly while you dodge. So here's an example. Moving in and out while using your hands is quite easy, but when doing a kick, it's much harder to retreat. Your legs need to do a lot more work. So you can do another variation of the game where you tap them with your foot and then you get to pull away before they tap you on the shoulder. So here's another variation of this game. And now I'll show you a specific technique using a side kick to move in and out. Basically, you'll be doing a double step in and a double step to retreat. So it looks like this. Double step in, double step back. You've got to be very springy so you can change direction fast, which means you've got to load the weight on this balancing leg, but then spring back. Okay? So there and spring back like that. And you've got to bring the lower half forward, but keep your upper body back. It's as if you don't want to cross this line with your upper body. You reach in and pull back, because if you cross that line, if you go forward with your body, then your face is nearer the opponent and you're more vulnerable. So just bring the lower half forward and spring back, and it means you lean away so it's easier to pull back. So try this on a kick shoe. Once you develop the skill for moving in and out with a side kick, you can try a more practical situation with your sparring pads on. So one of you uses your gloves as a target near your ribs, the other person moves in with a side kick, but the other person has to try and punch them before they retreat. So from there they move in, and then you reach for the punch and you've got to dodge that punch. The technique can be used with turning kick as well, although with turning kick it's very easy for the opponent to close in while you're kicking. Side kick's much better at keeping the opponent away. And if you try it with a front kick, it's very difficult to retreat suddenly after a front kick. And your body's very upright, so they can easily catch you out with a punch. It's much better to move in with a front kick and follow through with the punches and keep the attacks going rather than doing a hit and run tactic. So that's it for today. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already and hit that notification button so you can keep up to date with my latest releases. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.